just cork and alcohol or whatever.
No, there's loads of verbs to really enjoy the cork. Just every possible finger action you can have with that cork. You just can't pick it up, like, and pocket it, or take the bottle.
I'm just surprised you can't take the cork or the bottle, or maybe something behind the bar. It's just one of those.
Can't get to it. Is Tom around still? Is he back in this little spot?
I still think.
Oh, hello, Tom.
He's done with the work, clearly.
Just relaxing, listening to his favourite tune. Right, your turn. I don't know if have we asked these? I feel like we did again.
I think we have, yeah.
No, but not at all. No. Oh.
We hadn't had this. This is new.
I mainly take care of real estate. My partner, Melville, Rose's father, takes care of the rest. Okay, so we've got some stuff about Tom's business. I didn't really notice that. Maybe some of that provided extra information that I wasn't really listening to or paying. That's the downside to just going through it as well, because I assume that we've seen all of it.
It's difficult to know when the new information comes up.
I'm then just mindlessly clicking through everything. Pure invention, Inspector. I think we did this, but let's just make sure, since we have progressed, or 30 minutes through nothing.
Yeah.
I don't think there's been much Suzanne development for a while. It's too bad.
It's all the information you need to know, isn't it? No one knows this guy, and he knows no one.
Yeah, we've had these two, definitely. Hard to explain closeness. People say that Niklas saved Hector's life during the war. That's how they became friends. It is true that they were often together, but I don't know anything more.
During the war?
During the war.
Okay.
What did Hector actually say about it? He was in prison, right? His past
he said he was in prison.
His past was about prison indiscretion, and I swear he said that Niklas got him out of prison, but I can't remember for certain.
We'd have to ask him again.
Yeah, we go back and say, I've forgotten what you said. Tell me again. I think we did all this. Yeah, I remember hearing that. So that's everything. No, we didn't get any time from you.
You told us nothing we needed to know.
Oh, that was a quick transition. And the music faded while we moved.
That's probably what it's supposed to do.
I don't think we have anything, so we're just asking now about your past. Oh, God. Yeah, okay. Oh, she was hospitalised. That's okay then.
Well, out on a weekend pass.
Yeah,
they
so
became friends.
he was in prison.
When they met, he was in prison, but he was outside for the weekend.
Yeah, and they obviously became friends. What a perfectly normal situation. A guy out on day release and a very rich man. He's definitely his dirty business guy.
Yeah, he's the dirty deeds guy.
Yeah, he's up to
Like,
no good.
There is no other thing he could be.
I am just going to go through everything again just to make sure.
Interesting to note, nobody's really giving credence to this idea of Tom and Rebecca's plot.
No. So that was kind of making it seem like he was involved in the collection as well as the donation. So we were sort of wondering if they were in sort of like cahoots to do some sort of defrauding thing or something like that, use the charity as a front maybe for something.
Which is why they suddenly made so much money, and then why the bishop was
a bit
asking
coyer.
questions.
Yeah. Okay.
Though it's still hard to tell.
And he was quite warm about her, comparatively.
Nobody knows.
Nobody. He's just on here. He's just a guy.
He's less weird than inviting someone you actively dislike, though.
Yeah, true. But then he was like cajoled
I've
into
invited this stranger on my ship and a person I actively fight with every time I see them.
And if you take them out of the equation, it really is a strange collection of quite a small number of people out like for a good time. I honestly don't know why anyone would choose to come here.
Yeah, I think I would reject this invitation if
Unless
I was
you just
any one of them.
really liked boats, like, and you were willing to put up with the rest.
Unless Nicholas is the type of person you don't cross, you know.
Oh, you think? Oh, that's true. Yeah, he might have been like, yeah, sure, you're invited, but what I mean is you're coming.
You're coming. Yeah, you are coming on this trip.
Look at this room. I mean, okay.
It is pretty chaotic. I don't know why he specifically has a room down here. I'm just largely very confused about everything to do with this game, I think. But I like the basic mechanic, which is cool.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to be a bit confused, but I also think it really isn't like telling you where you need to go or what you need to do.
I think we've lost. We seem to have lost Suzanne.
Yeah,
Last we saw, she was drinking. I was sure she got drunk.
Yeah, well, where has she gone?
Maybe it's one of those things where we have to enter a screen at the right direction.
Well, I'm going the opposite direction this time.
The opposite to usual.
Yeah, my usual routine. Oh. Okay, this is new.
This looks...
Where's Suzanne gone? She can't answer you because she's drunk.
Okay, we look like he have like a red thing. Yeah, whatever that is.
Why can't you select that red thing? There's a scarf hanging.
That's absolutely useless. What's...
I can see the deck. Okay, so
you sure?
nice
Maybe you can interact with the scarf from the top section of it. No, okay.
No, the scarf is not for us. It's just there to be a visual distraction. It's the most obvious thing in this whole room. This strange scarf. Let's look through your stuff. I'm going to touch this sheet now. It's soft.
Oh wow, Raoul was such a weirdo.
A leather purse. Ooh, a cosmetic case. I don't see anything suspicious.
You didn't search it, but you just looked at it.
That's why you know it's a good thing to search, because he doesn't think it's suspicious. But he then has a look. Oh. And what's this here? What's this tiny little thing just poking out here?
Nothing is suspicious.
A prescription.
That's red. Why is that in red on a red background? That is a terrible decision.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just gonna take this, okay? Oh, am I done? Oh, okay.
You've nothing to do with that wardrobe anymore. You've searched it in its entirety.
Screw you, Raoul. We're not done. It's made to wear during summertime. Oh, what is that feeling all
touching things?
And what? It smells like alcohol.
Using my sense of touch.
This fabric smells like alcohol. Oh, because it's hers. And
yeah, but that's still dumb.
He's touching it to find out that it smells like alcohol. And it's wet.
It feels like alcohol too.
Okay. Let's go look over here. I suppose we should probably look at the prescription.
Yeah, we could do that when we leave the room, I guess.
Nothing to notice.
Do we have the drawer in there? Or...
yeah.
The bed's really useful when it's cold.
This bed is really useful when it's cold.
As opposed to when a bed is useful just in the summer.
Yeah.
It's just not useful.
When it's warm, I sleep on the floor like a dog. Yeah, you can't have the drawers, I'm afraid. But we can have a lovely new set of wardrobe to open. Look at that hat. A lady's hat. We're going to feel every sheet we can. They seem new. Bath the towels. Two gorgeous blouses.
I can't, I've really lost track of what Raoul's personality is.
He is a mess of contradictions. A label. Fragile. Okay. I'm scared not to search everything simply because this game is a pain in the arse about stuff. And I could absolutely imagine, like, this little thing here. The object. I need a magnifying glass because I can't see anything.
Oh man. I just don't know how to deal with this guy.
I think that was
he's such hard work.
I think that was Raoul's idea of trash talk. He was trying to be. That was his like witty. I'm gonna make like a tree and leave type thing.
Yeah, except it says there's an object there.
That's so far away I'd need a telescope, 'cause it's like it's in space.
Yeah, he is that guy.
Yeah.
But he's also never been like that guy.
No, it was a bit out there, just in general.
Alright, shall we read this thing then?
Are you sure you want to bother? Right, let's read the prescription.
Oh, we don't need to unfold this one.
Incomprehensible medical gibberish. In any case, the prescription list is long.
You broke character a little bit there.
Oh, it's just because that...
Is it because it was an absolutely stupid thing to say?
It's so lazy.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered to read this gibberish. It's too long.
Who do we show that to?
It's not like there are any stakes involved here or anything. Can't be bothered to read the clue. Like, because there are too many words on it.
Do you think
there's too much data here?
This mystery would have been solved like in half an hour if he'd actually read any of the clues he was given.
It probably says in the bottom of the prescription in crayon, like, Suzanne did it. But he can't be bothered to scan his eyes down there because there's too many words to think about.
Just on the way.
Okay, and that I'm actually crying a little bit. Like, I think it might be an emotional like breakdown. Like, it's quite funny, but at the same time, I'm thinking, well, what are we supposed to do with this prescription then if he's not going to read it?
Yes, I agree. It's kind of like a pointless clue that just progressed time for no reason.
Yes, what do we do with this? Can we ask someone about it? Maybe we can ask.
We're going to have to, I think.
Julio, I've got a question for you. And it's about a prescription, I hope. Prescription. There we go. Everyone can now be asked about this one thing. I never saw her before. I'm showing you a piece of paper. Right. So that was useless.
I'm just going to talk to everyone about this. It's the only subject we've learned.
It's what we've got. It's what we've got. It's all we can do. Where is everyone?
I think one of the issues, another one of the issues with this game, is just this. I get the going back and forth for the conversations. I think that makes sense. The going back and forth for the items thing doesn't make sense to me. Like, the idea that we have to check each room all the time for different items that are suddenly there and not there, despite the fact that they probably should just always be there.
Yeah, some of them certainly feel like, why would that suddenly appear? I kind of get it in the idea that if they gave you some clues that someone had maybe stashed something somewhere for you to then find later on, because, you know, otherwise what's the point in time progressing? That's a cool, neat thing to do in a game. You could have the time progress and have characters move around, dropping stuff or hiding stuff. But, like, the invitations in the drawer, it seems a bit weird. Like, why wouldn't they be there the whole time?
Yeah, the dressing gown in the laundry.
Yeah, and then
surely that's been there since the morning.
Yeah, and the key, key that we found in our own room,
on the floor for no reason.
Which opened the desk bureau of the main office. Like, why did that appear there? Like, are you supposed to assume Julio dropped it?
I just think this game kind of suffers from a bit of a you have to do everything in the precise order it wants you to do it, rather than letting you actually have the freedom. But it's kind of, you can't quite tell because you have so much freedom of conversation.
Yeah, I definitely think it doesn't do enough to steer you to the next thing.
But it does require you to do exactly that next thing to get to the next thing to get to the next thing, as opposed to kind of getting a whole section of the game. So it doesn't kind of do it in sections, it does like what bit by bit.
Yeah.
Like I would expect it, since it does like time progression, I would expect maybe like every hour things would unlock. You know, and then all of those things that hour would unlock, and that's what would make sense to me in my head.
Yeah, no, I think, yeah, it makes sense.
But so far it does seem to be like, walk to this, because we had Suzanne drinking and then she disappeared, and we know she disappeared, and we mentioned that she's probably drunk.
And she was.
But then we had to go talk to four different people about one subject. To progress time 40 minutes forward so we could then go into her cabin.
I don't know how much of that was us missing stuff. I feel like we've clicked on everything when we've got it and gone round.
But it's just one of those things, like we didn't get any clues to progress the time really, but we had to progress the time so that we could go in the cabin, because that cabin was always locked.
Yeah, that's right.
Until that moment. So it was like one of those, you kind of just, you have to follow these steps that are kind of arbitrary.
Yeah, just jumping through hoops. I can kind of get that, though. I mean, I guess it has to decide when you're okay to do things. It just is a bit meaningless, like, for us. Like, there's no obvious coherence between why suddenly we were able to go in there after asking a bunch of unrelated questions, which also didn't really give us any information particularly. But still progress time. Yeah, it was weird. Like, that whole section was pretty weird. Like, I don't think we've learned anything yet. And we've got a prescription we're not reading.
Actively not reading.
Yeah, sorry. What about it? What's so special about it? Okay, thank you. You're helpful as always. There isn't anything else that popped up as a result of what we did that I just haven't been looking at, I suppose.
I don't think so. I don't see why it would.
It would only really be here if it was anywhere, and it's not here, so...
Yeah, and it would link to something that I think we've already talked about, which is her illness.
Yeah.
As opposed to, like, anything new.
Right, well then that leaves Tom and Hector, that I believe is still available.
Did you talk to Julio?
Yeah, I talked to Julio. He doesn't know her. That's what he said. I showed him the prescription. He says, I don't know her.
Interesting. We've talked about her at great length before.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Well, I assumed he thought that the prescription was a lady. Like, we showed him a piece of paper and he was like, I've never met this girl before in my life. And then we left the room because he's clearly insane. Right. Okay, I'm sure you must have something to say about this prescription, Tom. You're a complete douche. Alright. Come on, give us the goods.
No, he just doesn't know anything about it.
I don't know anything about this. Okay, fine. You're alright. You're alright, Tom. We don't need you. Keep reading your newspaper.
And dropping clues.
Dropping receipts everywhere. Well, how long is he going to be showing us the gun show for? Oh, I didn't see you there. I can't even remember what voice I gave this guy. It was just nothing, I think. He's getting a nothing voice.
Okay, fair enough.
He can have my voice. When he tells us nothing about the prescription. Thank you. I don't remember.
Remember what?
I don't remember. Well, I'm sorry, Hector. That sounds suspicious.
That also sounds like Nonsense.